Hi everyone, welcome back to the Real Talk. Remember us? I am Sonia.
I'm Sana, and welcome to episode 2 Style and Strength, where we explore a connection between looking good, feeling strong, and building strength. Today, we have someone very interesting with us. She's someone who is a passionate advocate for health and fitness. She has spent years helping people discovering their bodies and making them understand what their bodies are really capable of doing. And today, we have with us Hasina. Welcome to the show, Hasina.
Hi Sana, hi Sonia. So happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
So, Hasina, welcome once again to the show. Since we know you for many years and we know what you do, would you like to tell our viewers what you exactly do?
Yeah, sure. I'm Hasina. I'm a twin mom. Gosh, they're going to turn 11 years old. Yeah. I'm also a national medal winning athlete, and I'm also a philanthropist supporting palliative care. And you guys know, movement has always
Yeah.
been a big part of my life, especially after the kids. Yeah. And being a fitness coach, I'm very passionate about helping others identify their challenges, their strengths. And one thing my journey in sport has actually taught me is not just the discipline and the resilience, but also the importance of looking after every aspect of your well being. So, whether it is giving back to the community or whether it is mentoring, whether it's self training, at some point of time, I think our bodies really endure the stress, but there are other things also that endure stress, which we don't really talk about. So I'm really happy to be here and discuss something which I think most athletes would, or most active women would actually connect with, because there are so many challenges that go on when you're active in life. So happy to be here and discuss these things forward.
Yes.
So, Hasina, as you know, a haircut can change so much in a person. You feel so confident after a fresh haircut or a style. And when you meet a person, you always look at the hair and you feel like, okay, that's the first thing I notice, the hair. So, I feel like, when you have the right haircut, the confidence level also matters.
Of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Tell me how important is appearance when it comes to confidence?
Well, it's equally important. I mean, everybody wants to look good, right? Everybody does not just wants to feel good, but they always want to look good. So whether it is through a haircut or whether it is through a transformation of your body, it matters. So in my perspective, especially when it comes to fitness, a lot of them, their confidence only starts coming in the moment their inches have gone, or they've started looking leaner, they've started looking athletic, or they've got a little more muscles. Yes, that they are able to fit into some old clothes. So I mean, that just gives them a drastic a confidence booster, which is what even a haircut does, right? So I think appearance obviously is as important as confidence.
It also shows in the habit, right? If you are really following all those things internally, externally also it shows the hair is great, the skin is great, your overall presentation is great.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you're disciplined and if you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're consistent about it, it reflects in the way you walk. So you walk the talk, right?
Agreed to that.
But Sonia, off late, like, just this is out of our personal experience, out of curiosity, since we have you here. A lot of my clients, who are on a weight loss journey, we have also noticed a drastic change with their hair texture, hair quality, and we realize that the hair is much more thinner than what it used to be. I mean, losing weight is being healthy, right? Is there something that you'd like to help us understand? Like, why does this happen?
Yeah, I would say losing weight is healthy. There would be a healthy way to lose weight, and a lot of time people don't use the healthy way, they use the shortcut. Sometimes they go extreme because everybody wants a quick fix and nobody wants to put in the effort and be patient, because all of these require time, right? So when you go on these extreme diets and extreme workouts, the first thing it impacts is the hair, and I've been a part of that journey too, so I've learned from my mistakes. So for sure that if you come across a lot of people who have change in the texture or hair thinning, hair fall, That's one of the reasons, because they want to get into something as quick as possible, and not really put in that consistency, the discipline, the time that would go into transforming yourself.
You're trying to say is like when you're walking towards the weight loss journey, do it, but do it like
Mindfully, do it mindfully.
Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
So give time to yourself, to
Absolutely.
your body to transform rather
Yes.
than just.
Yes.
I mean, that's a great tip for everybody.
Like nothing happens overnight.
Nothing happens, and everybody knows that. Absolutely, nothing happens overnight. And the more you try to push your body to do something extreme, it will always give you an output, right? And the output would be brittle nails, definitely your hair, your skin, dehydration, all of that. Yes.
So Hasina, what are the common misconceptions slash misunderstandings that people have about your profession? Like for example, we are hair designers. People have a misconception that we only cut hair or color hair, but I feel otherwise. I feel we're great consultants. We are great artists. We're great therapists, if I may say so.
100%. 100%.
We are great listeners. Yeah, if we have like a 2-hour long service, probably Sonia and me have never spoken a word. We have only heard people, and we love that part of our profession. Yeah, we love, no complaints. We love that part as well. But these are the misconceptions people have around our profession. So, what are a few misconceptions people have around your profession?
There are so many, actually. The first and foremost, and the most common one, that when they come to a fitness coach, the only thing that they think is we just have this magic pill of weight loss. Yeah, the only thing that we do is make them lose weight. I mean, it's one thing to lose things, but why don't you ever see that there are so much gains? Like there's gain in the strength, there's gain in the energy levels, there's gain in mobility, there's longevity. All of that is also gain. I always tell them it's not about what you lose, it's what you gain. So that's also one of the things. I think another thing is also they think that fitness coaches are forever motivated. So they're always relying on motivation, right? So it's not the motivation. Motivation can be one day here and one day there, right? It can be up and down. Today you feel like showing up, tomorrow you don't feel like showing up. But it's never that. Like we said, that it's always the discipline. It's about putting in the effort to show up and sticking through the discomfort, even when it is being comfortable in being uncomfortable and still showing up there. So that's the drive. That is what gets you going all the time.
Yeah. Do you have clients who come to you and be like, expect overnight results? Like, 2 हफ्ते हो गए, हमारा कुछ भी नहीं change हुआ है.
The scale is not. So see, they also depend on the scale, the number, right? So I have so many times where people just come to me and they just have this short-term goal. In 3 months they want something, 6 months, and they must have not moved in 2 years. And they would say like the scale is not showing. But I said, do you feel good? Are you feeling confident? Do you feel when you come every day that are you better than what you were a month ago? Those things matter. It's not always the number, because their unrealistic expectations come from what they see as a celebrity, what they see on the media, what they see on a friend. They don't know their journey, their lifestyle, and each one of us have our own lifestyles that we struggle with, right? So yes, those are some of the crazy misconceptions that they come.
Yeah. So when clients come to us also and they're like, my hair's so dry, and like a big list of things that they want to fix in their hair, we go like, yeah, hey, we can fix it for you, but only for today evening. Like, tomorrow morning when you wake up and you shampoo your hair, you're going to be back to what you had today before we blow dried or styled your hair.
Yes.
So everything requires an effort, and every time when a client comes, like suppose after 2 months or 3 months, and we go like, hey, your hair care has been great, and what matters is your hair today is better than what it was 2 months back when you came to us with that problem.
Everything that you did. Yes, and everything that you followed up based upon what your hairstylist has given you the feedback, right? So those things matter, that what your hair was 3 months back and what it is today.
Let's boil down to this one thing, that all of us, we really help people become a better version of
Absolutely.
themselves.
Yeah.
That's true, right?
Yeah, we all want to be a better version of ourselves, right?
Yes,
and then
that's
we have
right.
people like us who actually are passionate about doing that.
Yes, that's true.
So Hasina, you know, at the salon, so many times people come and ask me about what are the good habits I can do for my hair, and you know, how can I maintain the hair texture and my scalp. So we both, I'm sure she'll agree with me, we always say that scalp health is very, very important.
Yeah.
Keep your scalp nourished, keep your hair well hydrated, drink lots of water, because hydration comes from within. By the end of it, you have to take care of yourself. If you know, our viewers want to know what are the few good habits they can adapt from you when it comes to fitness.
Number one, prioritize your sleep. I think sleep is the most important part that people do not prioritize, at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep, because that's exactly the time where your body recovers and it's rested. Number two, move daily, even if it's 30 minutes. And whether it is walking, running, going to the gym, yoga, anything that you enjoy doing the most, something that you can stay committed to. And I think number three would be make simple choices. You know, eat well. Do not nourish yourself well. Do not stop yourself from not eating or not doing something, but just make simple choices that you can follow very easily.
Like balance it out.
Balance it out. Do everything that you can sustain.
Yeah, that's a great advice, where people actually know that we are helping everyone to get healthy inside out.
Yeah.
And I believe that healthy hair is not made at the salon.
And healthy body is not made only at the gym.
I agree with you.
That's true.
That's true.
So guys, I think it's time to get some fun element into this podcast. I have prepared a small rapid fire, not just for you. You're going to be a part.
For me?
Yeah, of course. Like, let's make it a little more fun.
Okay,
But,
let's do this.
Can we make it a little more interactive, fun, and honest? Okay.
Okay.
But Hasina, I think you need to come here. Let me come there now.
Done.
Yeah. Done. Now I think this looks good, girls. What do you feel?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, question number one. Morning workout or evening workout? What do you all prefer?
I think it depends on availability.
I think I'm a morning person. Morning workout for me.
Okay. One most underrated hair care habit.
Regular gym.
I think a good scalp care routine.
Can I give one answer as well? So I feel the most underrated hair care habit is combing. But that is what I feel people do, like, you know, don't do a lot, you know, before going for a shampoo and stuff. So that's what I feel. What is the best confidence booster according to you?
Muscles.
For me, it's the right haircut. I mean, it changes everything. The right style for your, as per your texture, I'm just out there feeling all pretty.
Okay, girls, you all are doing very well. You all are being very rapid, I must say. One word that defines success.
Discipline.
Confidence.
I think your answers were amazing.
Do we
And,
get a prize from you now that you
no,
hosted a
I'm
rapid fire
very
for us?
sorry.
Something. It's a tie.
It's a tiebreaker,
It's a
and I have nothing.
tiebreaker.
I take home the prize
Smart.
for being such a good host.
Thank you very much.
rapidly firing us.
So, ladies, that was a great rapid fire. I think you all both did exceptionally well. And this brings us towards the end of the podcast. And today's conversation reminds us that style and fitness isn't about perfection. It's more about self-care, more about discipline, confidence. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, thank you for having me over. It was such a pleasure to be a part of this conversation. And, you know, as an athlete and as a fitness coach, I'm very grateful to come across such opportunities where you can share real life experiences that not only just helps me, but also others to transform their lives and look after themselves inside and outside.
Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you so much,
Thank you so
Hasina, for
much.
being here. And it was a pleasure having you here, and it was so much of fun. And yeah, this
So
was
much
a lot of fun.
information, so much fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers, for joining us today. Until then, stay healthy, stay confident, and invest in yourself.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Stay tuned for more real talks.